Hello everyone, my name is Michelle Sanchez, also known as EVILxHEMI on Xbox Live, and welcome to my channel. Today's map is a map called Vertigo. It's a DLC map from the most recent map pack, and it's actually pretty cool. It's small to medium in size and has some really nice detail to it. Combat can be close to medium range or really tight if you're playing corners or playing inside the building. And there's also some split leveling in areas where you can play on the main level here or play slightly above or below the rooftop. Now I want to talk a little bit about Vertigo. Not the map necessarily, but video game related Vertigo. I have it. I didn't used to, but now I do. Now I never knew this condition existed, and there's probably a scientific or medical term to describe it, but if there is, I'm not aware of it, and while I probably could Google it, I don't really feel like doing that right now. So anyway, we have company sponsored Xboxes where I work and a ton of gamers there, and we have some nice 65-inch LCDs to play on and about $1,000 worth of video games and 4 controllers for each console and rechargeable batteries and the like, all courtesy of the company founders. They really took good care of us, making sure our gaming needs were adequately met. And prior to that, I worked at a company that let us bring our own game gear and use their conference rooms and projectors, and we were allowed to play on company time, and they actually encouraged this. They called it team building, and it really worked. We got to know lots of other people from different departments and develop friendly and professional relationships with them, and there were about 3,000 employees on that campus. And the free lunches we got there were helpful too, because when you partake with folks, goodness ensues. You bond better over good games and good food and good fun, and we had a lot of good times there, and I really miss working at that place. Anyway, there was a guy there who loved to play video games, and whenever I'd ask him to play, he said he couldn't because the large screens made him dizzy. And I'm like, I thought that was kind of strange. Maybe he was just saying that to avoid playing with us, or maybe he was shy. It was kind of a shame because we really liked him and we really wanted him to play with us. So he told us that he got dizzy to the point where he couldn't even watch us play. He couldn't even be in the same conference room with us sitting down watching us play. Now, I've heard of people going to the movies and having a similar reaction, but this was the first time I've ever heard of a video game impacting somebody like that. So let me talk a moment about where I put in most of my video game playing hours, and that's here at home. One of the perks of being an adult gamer with a well-paying job and being queen of my domain is that my living room is my game room. And if people don't like it, well, they can go to some other room and do whatever they want. So I have 3 Xboxes and at least 60 games and more than 20 controllers, and I've got all the Rock Band games and instruments and gear, and I've got a 10-speaker Bose surround sound connected to a pretty high-end Sony receiver, and I've also got a G155 gaming rig. Also in my living room is a 52-inch Samsung LCD. And for those of you who know me, I'm a bit of a Samsung whore. I love Samsung's products. Anyway, I used to play Halo 3 and other games on this 52-inch screen as well. And then something happened. I crossed over to the dark side and I became a code junkie. Code is another word for COD. We say code here because it sounds way cooler. And I've stopped playing Halo. And I started playing Call of Duty instead. So about 2 years ago, I was at a Reach LAN party at a colleague's house. He was my manager at the time, and he had a bunch of us over, and we were using LCD projectors on the wall in his game room. His living room is not his game room. He actually has a real one set up with a pool table and stuff, and we set up our consoles and projectors on top of it, and we were projecting the games on the wall, which kind of sucked because people have a tendency to screen whore. Now that's another new gaming term. To screen whore means that you watch other people's screens to see where they're located, then go try and take them out and kill them. It's a cheap move, and I would never do that, but that's a different story for a different commentary. So anyway, I was sitting on a bench at that party, and it was killing my lower back, so I decided to stand up and play. And so about 45 seconds into the game, I started to feel like I was drunk. I was completely disoriented, and it felt like the room was spinning, and my vision and my head were all messed up, and I felt like I had to vomit. And that was the first time I ever felt video game vertigo, and I was pretty upset. So I had to sit back down on that hard bench for the rest of the night. I simply could not stand up and play Halo. And now I know what this guy at work was talking about, right? So I'm not sure what triggered those sensations inside me. Normally, I'm the person hanging off the side of the Grand Canyon or hanging off the side of skyscrapers, riding roller coasters in the drop zone, bungee jumping and stuff, and I still can. Only video games impact me this way. Not even movies have this effect on me. And so I also, feel really weird on maps. God, I can't talk today. Where there's sharp cliffs and drop-offs and rooftops, where you look over and you can't see the bottom of the map, and those make me feel dizzy and give me that butterfly feeling in the bottom of my stomach, even on my 17-inch monitor. So earlier this year, I was at a Halo 4 LAN party at that same colleague's house, and now whenever I go over there for LAN parties, I have to bring my G155 gaming rig that has the small screen built into it, and I plug in my Turtle Beaches and I'm good to go. So everyone else uses the projectors, but I use the rig, which is great because no one can screen whore me. It opens up like a briefcase and they can't see my screen, so there's a silver lining to that black Vertigo cloud. And so as of this day, and probably for the rest of my days, I'm relegated to playing on a 17-inch monitor for my code sessions. And this works pretty good for me because my eyes don't have to travel over so much screen real estate to see what's going on in a game, and I have the luxury of putting the monitor on my coffee table and sitting on a comfy leather couch. I can play Rock Band on my 52-inch Samsung and other slower paced games like Mass Effect and Crysis 3 and stuff like that, just not fast-paced shooters. And if I play Call of Duty at work, I don't do so well because we only have the 65-inch LCDs to play on, and I say that like it's a bad thing, but it really isn't. Not everyone can say that they have a working environment like mine where you're actually encouraged to game with other people and still get paid for it, and they pay for the game gear. So even though I can no longer play Code or Halo on large screens or displays, I can still hang off the edge of the Grand Canyon, hang off the edges of skyscrapers, ride roller coasters in the drop zone, and I'm perfectly fine with that. If you would like to share any similar experiences with video game vertigo, games that make you feel weird, please feel free to leave your comments in the section below. That way the rest of us don't feel like we're the only ones. Anyway, thank you for stopping by my channel, and have a good day or good evening wherever you happen to be watching from. Take care, and I'll see you on the battlefield. Hemi out.